Hello, this is Queen of the Kinks, and I will be your guide through the exciting world of being a hot wife. You can find more information and fun quizzes at www.thecucklife.com. In this video, I will be talking about being a hot wife isn't about sex. Being a hot wife isn't about sex. What are you talking about? Have you flipped your lid? Of course it's about sex. Why else do it? Well, let me tell you that being a hot wife is more than just sex. Sex is just a byproduct of it. Being a hot wife is by far more important and meaningful than some freestyle sex during your marriage. This is your life. Let us first stop and think for a moment about life. Ever since we were children, we've had those around us instilling and forcing rules upon us. They tell us what is right and what is wrong. We are constantly being given instructions and programming. We are told what is expected of us by our parents, peers, and teachers. As we get older, society and the moral majority rush in to tell us how to live our lives, what to think, how to feel, and how to speak. The entire world tries to control us and steal our individuality away. They want to domesticate you into something they want and approve of. To hell with the rules, expectations, and oppressive demands. This is your life, and you are the master of your own destiny. This is exactly what they don't want. Heaven forbid you take full ownership over your own life and live it how you see fit. Society wants you to feel guilty for being a human being, with individual needs, feelings, thoughts, and values. Conform or else. Being a hot wife is a statement to those would-be oppressors. It is defiance over control, shame, and social rejection. It is allowing you to be your true self with no apologies, worries, or regrets. Being a hot wife symbolically represents you breaking the chains society wants you to wear. As women, we are expected to behave a certain way. If not, we are considered bad people. We are supposed to ignore and be able to control our biological desires. We are to judge ourselves for having thoughts and feelings that are not socially acceptable. Choosing to not be a hot wife is rejecting total ownership over your life. Being a hot wife is a statement of freedom, self-respect, self-love, and approval over yourself. We do not need to seek permission from anyone for anything. This is our world as much as it is somebody else's. No one owns us, and no one can force us to live a life that we don't want. We make the choices for ourselves and need no one's approval or go-ahead to do so. Even if you do not actively seek sexual partners outside of your marriage, every woman should consider themselves a hot wife. The option should always be on the table. This is non-negotiable. For someone to reject the idea of you being a hot wife is someone that does not care for your well-being or happiness, but theirs. They want you to jump when they tell you and to put their desires before yours. Being a hot wife is a choice. It is a choice between freedom and enslavement. It is a choice between floating through life unfulfilled or taking life by the horns and owning it. A hot wife is a woman that deserves respect, and I consider a role model for young women. A hot wife is a leader and an independent thinker. She is a beacon of light for women's empowerment. Contrary to popular belief, the husband is not a second-class citizen to a hot wife. The husband has a key role. He is there to pick her up when she feels she doesn't have the ability to chase what she wants. He helps her destroy the negative beliefs she carries about herself. The husband is the one that picks her up to a higher ground that she couldn't do otherwise. When a man suggests you become a hot wife, he is trying to free you from the binds of society and the brainwashing you have received over the course of your life. He is wanting you to live to your full potential and will encourage you to push yourself to the limits you didn't think you could accomplish. The husband that encourages their wife to become a hot wife is the man you need in your life. Any man that rejects the idea is an oppressor that will only tighten your binds. They want you to believe the lies you think about yourself, your ability, and your future. He does this by offering you a choice, the blue pill or the red pill. Which one will you take? The blue pill, you stay in a dream state controlled by implanted feelings, thoughts, and rules dictated by others. You will never reach your full potential of finding true happiness. If you take the red pill, you will have freedom, unconditional love, empowerment, encouragement to be your true self, fulfillment, and happiness. If you take the red pill, your life will forever change. You cannot unsee what you have seen. Once you experience true freedom to be your true self, there is no going back. You need to be honest with yourself. What is more honest and respectable than plainly stating to your husband that another man you want to have sex with? A woman that says things like this is one you know is honest to a fault. The husband that helps her achieve her goal is truly her best friend and soulmate. He only cares for her well-being and happiness. This is the true test of love, and if he is the right man for you, it isn't about sex. It is the fact that you're willing to have it whenever you want, as well as your husband supports you in it. Even if you do not have sex outside of the marriage, the fact that it is an option and you have unconditional love from your husband is what is important. We all have that biological urge to have sex with those that we find attractive. This is normal. What isn't normal is pretending we don't have these feelings. When we do have these feelings, we find ourselves sneaking around, cheating or judging ourselves for feeling a certain way. Being a hot wife is saying enough is enough. I will not allow these lies within my head to determine my happiness. I don't have to cheat or sneak around. I am me, and I am lovable as my true self. You are not a bad person for wanting sex with other men. This is hardwired into a biological organism. When you hate yourself and you keep yourself from being your true self due to the lies you've been told, you're slapping God in the face. The sex that happens is symbolic of the power you have over your own life. It is symbolic of the unconditional love your husband has for you. When I have sex with other men, I am thinking afterward about how my husband helped me learn to be myself. That not only am I unapologetically living my life as I want to, but I have my greatest fan and guardian angel watching over me. When I have sex with other men, I love my husband even more, and I feel empowered. It is something to be celebrated. For most women, when they have sex with someone outside of the marriage, they fear divorce and being hated. They judge themselves. Them acting on something they wanted turns into depression and loss. When I have sex outside the marriage, I get rewarded from myself as well as my husband. The first time I had sex with someone other than my husband, do you know what he did? When he saw me and I was feeling awkward about the whole thing, he took me out to the nicest place for dinner in town. During that time, he allowed me to discuss my feelings and thoughts with him. He helped me through it, helped me get over the guilt and the shame of the false belief I had that I had done something wrong. My loving husband showed me nothing but unconditional love and support. He took the chains off of me. One time I had gone out and ended up having sex with 2 different men at different times during the same night. I felt like maybe I had gone too far. When I told my husband about it, he told me he was proud of me for being brave enough to do something that I ordinarily wouldn't. What being a hot wife means to me, it means self-ownership, freedom, self-love, self-respect, acceptance, self-approval, unconditional love for my soulmate. It means conquering my life, overcoming my fears, becoming a better person, and learning to find the true me. Sex? Sure, there is sex, but it isn't just sex. The sex is symbolic of my chains being removed. It is symbolic that I'm finally doing something that I want and not what I'm told to do. It allows me to love myself for myself, as well as experience true and unconditional love for my husband. Who would not want this? Only those that fear taking the red pill. When you see the main reasons why women, when presented with this, reject the idea, you will see it's based on fear, insecurity, and the lies they have been convinced of. They don't believe they can do such things without being judged or hurt, mostly by themselves. The inner dialogue in their heads is the voices from past oppressors that told them that they were unworthy of love unless they did exactly as they were told. Yes, I have, and I will continue having sex with other men when I want to. Every time I do, I am celebrating my freedom, myself, and the unconditional love I get from my soulmate. I am queen of the kinks, and I am a hot wife. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit like and subscribe. And also go to www.thecucklife.com to see more great articles and how-tos.